I cannot wait to show you this recipe for enchiladas with sweet potatoes, red onions, poblano or bell peppers, and black beans. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so good and easy. So we're gonna start with sweet potatoes. Now I've got them in a plastic bag for a reason. So I took about 2 big sweet potatoes like this, peeled them. If you've got a sweet potato that doesn't have gnarly skin like this, you can leave the skin on, but these were not pretty sweet potatoes. So I went ahead and peeled them, and then I cut them in about 1-inch chunks, just like that, put them in a plastic bag. The reason I put them in the plastic bag is because I'm going to season them right in the bag. But before I do that, I'm gonna put in a couple of poblano peppers. Now I love poblano peppers, and we like things a little spicy here in the Waldeck household, but if you don't like poblanos, you could actually just use a bell pepper. So that's what a poblano looks like. I know you've seen them in the grocery store. Heck, if you really like something spicy, you could throw in a couple of jalapenos too. Isn't that red jalapeno pretty? But we're just gonna use poblanos today. And then I've got a red onion that I've just coarsely chopped up. So my goal is to get everything about the same size so it will roast at the same time. So I'm gonna put these over here. And then I'm gonna make my seasoning mix for my veggies. So in here, I'm layering flavors. So I have smoked paprika, I do have some red pepper flakes, some cumin, and some dried Mexican oregano. So I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of avocado oil in there. You could actually use extra virgin olive oil. And now I'm just gonna stir it up. And then I'm gonna plop it right in my bag. I want to make sure I get all the goodness off that bowl. And then what I can do is just massage these veggies with that yummy marinade or seasoning mix. And I love putting it in a bag. I get one less bowl dirty. And also, you can really distribute all the spices on there. So I'm just gonna massage it for a little bit until it gets all coated. I have my oven behind me on 400 degrees, and I will just put this on a parchment lined sheet tray, and then I also sprinkle it with salt and pepper. So I'm not gonna do that because I wanna show you this, people. I've already got one out of the oven. I took it out a little while ago. Look at this. So everything has gotten roasty, toasty, beautiful. Took about 35 minutes for everything to get to this point in the preheated 400 degree oven. And you want those potatoes to be soft. They're so good with those spices on them. And the peppers and the onions. So that's, you take it out of the oven, okay? Good on that. And then I have 1 15-ounce can rinsed and drained black beans. So I'm gonna put the black beans in here, just like that. And I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. And y'all, that is the easy filling for our enchiladas. That's gonna go with our enchilada sauce as well. So that's all there is to making the veggie part of the filling. I made some enchilada sauce earlier. You can see the video on the enchilada sauce. The ingredients or the recipe is also in this recipe for the enchiladas. So it's cool now, and you see it's thickened up as it cooked down. I'm gonna put my 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in there. Oh, that vinegar just makes it smell so good. And now, what I'm gonna do is I wanna show you how I put together the enchiladas. So I'm gonna grab the enchiladas out of the microwave because I have warmed the enchiladas just a little bit. So hang on. And what I'm going to do now is grab a casserole dish. Now, y'all, I like this recipe. You can half it, but it does make a lot of enchiladas. But the reason I like it is because, one, if it's more than just Mike and me, then I can put it in 2 containers like this, or I can put it in a big 9 by 12 casserole dish. So the first thing I'm going to do with my dish here is I'm going to spray it off with a little bit of olive oil spray. And I always put a small dish like this on a sheet tray. And the reason I do that is because it's going to be so much easier to get in and out of the oven. All right, grabbing those warm tortillas. And you know, I love these little tortilla warmers that you can buy even in the grocery store at Walmart. I put my tortilla, ooh, look at that beautiful steam. I put my tortillas in there. I'm going to move this to the side. Let me put it over here. Okay. So I put my warm tortillas, and let me wipe off my cutting board so that I can assemble there. I put them in parchment paper, and I just really loosely kind of fold them in with a little bit of parchment under each one. Oh, some people cut the most beautiful strips and stuff. I don't have time for that. So here we go. Oh, these tortillas are nice and warm. You want to warm your tortillas because you don't want them to break apart. So here's a tortilla, and what I'm going to do is take just a little bit of my enchilada sauce, put it right down the middle of my tortilla, and then I'm going to grab some of my filling. Of course, you could do this with a spoon, but I have very clean hands, so I'm going to roll it up just like that. Oop. And I'm going to put it seam side down in my casserole dish. So you're going to need about 16 of these tortillas in order to use up this entire recipe. Woo, those tortillas are hot. So here goes my enchilada sauce and my filling. So you want to put a couple tablespoons of filling in each one. Make sure you get beans, peppers, and sweet potatoes. And as you're going along, you can even do this, people. This is what I usually end up doing at the end. Gotta get another tortilla out. There's one. Come on, honey. Here we go. Oh, they're very, very, very hot. There we go. You can even set your tortilla in here and right in the casserole dish. And like I said, you can use 2 small casserole dishes because you may not need all those enchiladas, or you can use one 9 by 12. And there we go. Now I'm just gonna, I think you guys have got the idea now. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this out. And when I finish it, what I'm gonna do, grab my towel. When I finish loading this up, and I squish them over together so they're very nice and neatly packed. Then what I do is I take about 3/4 of a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, and I spread some, or excuse me, squeeze some with my squozer, lime juice in it, about a tablespoon. A lime should give you about, a good sized juicy lime should give you about a tablespoon of, there we go, lime juice. And then all I'm gonna do here is just move this together, and then I'm going to put this beautiful lime and non-fat Greek yogurt all over the top of this little casserole dish. And I just got one out of the oven not too long ago, and I want to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to move that. I'm going to do some moving around here, and I've got it here because it's still a little warm. I've got it on my cutting board here, and I'm going to move this. Oops. Let me see if I can stake this so you guys can see it. Moving this over. There we go. All right. So here it is. Here is what it looks like when it comes out. It'll take between 20 and 30 minutes in your preheated 350 degree oven. And I like to serve it up with just a little fresh cilantro on the top of it. And that's it. Those are the sweet potato, red onion, black bean, and pepper enchiladas. And I can't wait to dig into these tonight.